Okay, here we are today with our demonstration, talking about a few things with this Goldilocks zones that Brett's been chatting about on Facebook. But right now, while we're here, we've got our little bunny apparition, or statue more or less. And this is a piece inspired by a girl I dated a while back, Sandy, who really enjoyed manifesting things just out of nothing. You know, basic, simple things, even trash or straws at times, to show the beauty in all things. Okay, so this goes out to the Sandys, and another gal is Callie Lewis over at Geek Beat, who's really teaching us a lot with John and Dave, and a couple other names I can't always pronounce well. I'll have to work on that. Friends from overseas. Okay, so this bunny thing's going to talk for us now. Let's hit the button and see. Sounds like a sneeze. Polsk. Houston. Sounds like Austin, almost. Easter. Now that was pronounced from Hindi, and also a couple other languages there. German was one of them. But there's a lot of languages to enjoy. And let's move over here and talk about the garden real quick. So this is like a spring awakening here, and we got the statue of Mom, more or less. Now this statue's got a few names. Lillian is a good one. I like that. Beatrix is another. Okay, and that's a formation that's been sprouted. Here we've got, let's see, another statue, Francis. And then we got the rock. Okay, and then it looks like a skull, and I put that there for the dragon. So in a way you could say St. Patty's got his foot on that snake in a way, however you want to put it. But again, from the rock manifests steam, words, things like that. Okay, and that's where we get the crab, Cancer constellation manifestation, bridging things. But let's go back to the statue here and talk about the notes. Now you can look at Lily here as a flower if you wish. She's also sitting on a rock, you'll see that. And she's got some symbolism next to her. Remember, the rock in this case is the stem that she's sitting on. Now, the male in this lily configuration is the stamen, and the female is the pistil. All right, and within her she has filaments, anthers at the tips of the filaments that light up, let's say. The style is the center within the lily petals. And then there's the ovaries and the sepal, which would be like the leaves that she's cast upon. Now, in an inverted sense, you might say that a ghost appears, whereas the ovaries would then be her eyes. All right, so that's just one way to look at things when you look from different ways. You can manifest this also as a garden in which hydrilla and water hyacinths are in there. Maybe some duckweed to warn us, you know, to go too far into the basin. And again, with the cat tails you'd want to put on there for your tack, okay, measuring things. Now, in linguistics, I have some notes on Seed West, I call it, in which this cardinal is an ordinal for rank and position in sequential order. Cardinal numbers differ, represent quantity, or the sum. Okay, so a couple other notes real quick with this fella. You could say that too, is a mighty warrior, or a Gideon's trumpet. Okay, and now this is also a Gnomon, which in a sense is a projecting piece from a sundial. Let's just say a nose. One who knows would be a way of referencing that. Now over here, let's see. Okay, we've got this plus symbol, which is a denotation for adding. And then there's a little dot there somewhere. It looks like a little diamond here. That means add. And somewhere in this rock, I'm sure we could find like a pointing, like a bracket pointing up. And that means a caret. C-A-R, like a vehicle, and an E-T, extraterrestrial, manifesting from the ampersand symbol. A couple other notes. Well, 3 dots means in math, there exists. No, therefore. Okay, that's a good one to know. And then that manifests when the lines are drawn to a del operator. Okay, I don't have some good examples of that. And when we're talking about 1, well, 1 in Euro just looks like a 1 we normally manifest. In the Roman language, it's a column, which looks like an I. In Hindu and Arabic, seems to me it looks like a comma. And then in Hebrew, it kind of looks like a fallen cross. Okay? The 0, oh, that's what I wanted to say. The 0 looks like a little diamond that we often see in Arabic writings as a reference point to those letters, Hindu as well. I took a good note here to look at the U, T, and Y in the beauty of Beatrice. So let's consider Utah, a Hebrew letter, as a cap in that case. Beatrice is has a variant of B, and we see a town like that in southeast Nebraska. One which brings joy. That goes to the Beatitudes, which is a declaration of blessings. Now back over here, this little plus symbol, okay, we see a lot of that in not just Christianity, we see it everywhere. That mathematically is a conjugate transpose. It's also called an adjoint matrix, having property of its product equal to the determinant of the matrix times the identity. Now that sounds complicated, but it's not, okay? That is a simple manifestation of a Gnomon, one who knows, as in a gnome or a carpenter's rule. That's just a relationship that we talk about in scalable vector graphics, whereas the older or large quantity of a mass, in this case I'm pointing at a shadow, is equal to the younger or smaller version of itself. So that's just the basis of a scalable vector graphic. Important with our base points on this arc or arch is the A times B, which is a Cartesian product. And back over here with our notes to the cardinality, if we took some of these pieces of wood and put it, the cardinal is an A in the middle with 2 lines flanking it, that would be a cardinality. And then if we put a pound sign with the A next to it, that would also be a cardinality. Okay, the wind's picking up. That pound sign looked like an H, like as in aha, epiphany. I think somebody's got their finger on the weather button up going on. I don't know how they do that.